Now on CoastTV News.
Development debate, the future of Sussex County at stake with the Cool Spring Crossing project, how this could transform 600 acres of your community. Dewey upgrades, safety and accessibility on the rise in Dewey Beach, how the upgrades could make your walks and drives safer and more enjoyable. Festival fever, Ocean's Calling Festival returns, the economic boost and the entertainment that it promises for Ocean City. The fight against invasive species, how this could save local wildlife and beautify your yard.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
This land off Route 9 could soon be home to thousands of new homes. Good evening, I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with another meeting about the Cool Springs Crossing housing development proposal.
The Sussex Preservation Coalition is hosting a meeting tonight to talk about this massive proposed change to the area. Live in Lewis is CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert. Charles, that meeting is kicking off real soon.
Mallory, right behind me here at the Lewis Public Library, the discussions are going to be revolving around Cool Spring Crossing. Now, if you're not entirely sure what Cool Spring Crossing is, let me catch you up to speed. It's a massive housing development that's being proposed by the Carl M. Freeman Companies, and I mean it's massive. We're talking over 600 acres, over 1,200 homes, and around 700 of those houses would be a part of the Sussex County rental program and be affordable living options. Now, the meeting tonight will be talking about, quote, this proposed mixed-use development, the issues, the process, and how to get engaged, end quote. That's right from the Sussex Preservation Coalition's website. One person I spoke with today told me that this development is simply too much and it's just simply too big.
Our position is that there's too much construction and too much development as there is. If we could put like a limit on how much and how often, we'd be a lot happier, that's for sure.
That meeting is tonight at 7 o'clock, and we'll have more on CoastTV News at 11. I'm Charles Reinert, live in Lewis, CoastTV News.
Thank you, Charles. The original Sussex County Planning and Zoning hearing on the Cool Spring Crossing proposal set for March 6th was postponed. After reviewing feedback from the State Planning Office, the council opted to postpone events related to the development to make sure there's thorough consideration of the project.
In new developments to a story we first started following 2 years ago, a Lyft driver named Laquise Leon has been indicted on charges of criminal neglect homicide. This was after an incident in July 2022 that resulted in the death of Sydney Wolf. The tragic event unfolded when Leon, reportedly having a child in the trunk, forced Wolf and his friends out of her car on a dark stretch of Route 1 directly into oncoming traffic. The indictment, confirmed by Shannon Spector of Klein and Spector, includes a second count for obstructing traffic by stopping on the road. Court documents revealed the passengers were unable to get out of the car safely due to a malfunctioning door, leading to Wolf getting hit by another car. The story got a lot of attention, not only for the death, but because Wolf was a former staffer for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo.
The Maryland Department of the Environment's Water and Science Administration has announced a new project by the U.S. Wind Company. The company plans to build a 625-foot long and 32-foot wide concrete pier alongside a wave break and timber fenders, plus a 435-foot replacement bulkhead near Ocean City. This all aims to improve access in the area. A public information hearing is set for March 25th at Warwick Community College. Comments can be submitted by April 9th.
There's still a lot to be sorted out when it comes to marijuana regulation in the first state. Delaware's Office of the Marijuana Commissioner has put forth a few more informal proposals, but they're still looking for feedback. The newly revealed plans cover tracking, product health standards, packaging and labeling requirements, and advertising. The comment period is going to close March 29th. The Commission will be making the rule-making process once feedback has been collected and reviewed.
Dewey Beach is undergoing a makeover to become a safer place for pedestrians. A state project is currently making ADA and pedestrian safety improvements. That includes extending the rope in the median that prevents people from crossing outside of crosswalks. Driveway entrances on Coastal Highway will be flattened to prevent people from tripping. And more curb bump outs will be installed to reduce crossing distance and extend the sidewalk. One local is happy to see a project like this happening.
Pedestrians are really more important in the summer, not more important in the summertime, but there's more of them in the summertime, and there's more cars, so it makes it a more difficult situation on both sides.
The town says phase 1 of the project is expected to go from winter 2024 to spring 2025.
You're going to see some new sidewalks soon in Rehoboth Beach. The city says DelDOT contractors are scheduled to begin work on the installation of nearly 850 feet of sidewalk along northeast side of State Road. It is expected to take around 3 weeks to build sidewalks from School Lane to Stokely Street Extended. The work will start next week.
Staying in Rehoboth Beach, this crane was brought there this morning to the Beach Patrol construction site. It will be used for some construction starting Monday. The city says a part of the boardwalk will be closed off, and access to the boardwalk from Baltimore Avenue will also be closed. The path will open up after construction ends each day. The city says this also creates parking restrictions in the area from Rehoboth Avenue to Baltimore Avenue.
And let's keep it right in Rehoboth. Again, the city officials recently agreeing to increase the punishment for driving without insurance. Under the new rule, you'll have to pay a fine between $1,500 and $2,000 for a first offense. But if you get caught again within 3 years, the city says that fine would be bigger, between $3,000 and $4,000. Also, if you break this rule, the state can take away your driving license.
In Georgetown, a deadly accident happened early this morning, resulting in the death of one woman. Delaware State Police says the crash happened between a Volvo container truck and a Honda Civic. The accident happened at the intersection of Shortley Road and Bullpine Road when police say the Honda didn't stop at a stop sign and drove into the truck's path. Police say the Honda's driver, a 34-year-old woman from Georgetown, died at the scene, while her passenger, a 29-year-old woman, is in critical condition at a trauma hospital. They say the Volvo driver's injuries were non-life-threatening.
Starting March 3rd, there is a change in the schedule for the Justice of the Peace Court 3 in Georgetown. The court will open its doors from 6 a.m. to midnight every day. Judges will be available from 8 a.m. until midnight. However, they won't be taking any new cases after 11 p.m. If you have any court business after 11 p.m., you'll need to head over to Justice of the Peace Court 7 in Dover.
The Lewis Board of Public Works is set to begin fire hydrant flushing in April. Work for the town side will take place April 3rd and April 4th for the beach side. The department says this may cause low water pressure or discolored water. If that happens to you, just run cold water until it runs clear.
In Worcester County, there's a serious concern about rising crime rates in public schools. According to the county, crimes have surged with physical attacks on students up by 67%, fighting increases by 171%, and a staggering 225% rise in school attacks on staff. The Worcester County Board of Education says they are set to address the community's concerns about school safety tomorrow at 11 a.m. This comes after calls from the county state's attorney and sheriff for urgent action.
It's National Invasive Species Awareness Week. The week is held to bring awareness to the many invasive species that invade our natural lands and the threats they pose. Invasive species like English ivy spread from gardens and choke out the natural plants and animals that would otherwise exist there. Much of this damage has been a result of plants escaping people's gardens, which means we're responsible for restoring that natural land.
One way to bring back native bees and insects is to plant native species. Actually, our lives depend on it because they're at the bottom of the food chain. If we destroy our insects, we destroy life little by little.
Native plants are essential to keeping our insects safe. By planting just a few native plants, you can see the ecosystem begin to thrive again as bees, butterflies, and caterpillars return.
And Delaware needs your help to stop invasive fish that are hurting the water and native fish. They look like the drawings you see on your screen here. These unwanted fish come in many ways, like through ships or even by accident. The Division of Fish and Wildlife says you can help by reporting if you see them using a special form.
Let's take a live look outside into Dover now to check on the forecast here. You can see the sun slightly there in the distance, still going down this evening. Let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, who joins us now with the weather. And we're ending this week pretty cold, Paul.
We really are, but that's only because we've been so accustomed to the unusually warm weather we had preceding to what we actually experienced this morning, believe it or not, was a normal low for this time of the year. But it is nice to feel spoiled, isn't it? So our Bay Health camera in Milford, we're holding at 43 degrees with the winds out of the west-northwest at about 7 miles per hour. We anticipate staying very much in the clear side for the rest of the evening, courtesy of a high-pressure system that's staying very dominant in our neck of the woods. But we're going to dip to about 35 degrees, so we have another cold morning in store, even though we're not accustomed to it. By the way, the storm we had yesterday really caused more structural damage to our north and to our west. But we were quite fortunate to avoid that. But now we do have a small craft advisory, watching out for about 30 to 35 mile per hour winds off of the shore for us in Ocean Pines, Ocean City, all the way down towards Chincoteague is where we're expecting that concern. Now, we will talk more about some more rain headed our way by this weekend. But until then, back to you, Charlie.
Appreciate that, Paul. We have more news coming your way tonight.
After a silence in 2023, learn about the shocking news from organizers of the beloved Firefly Music Festival.
And let's take a live look outside into Dover right now. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, you just heard from him. You're going to hear from him more coming up.
But first, the second Oceans Calling Festival is happening in September. We'll tell you how to get cheaper tickets now. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Get more for your tax money with Red Tag Savings, 40 to 75% off. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
Hey Delmarva, this is MJ Laughlin with IG Burton Chevrolet in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, and Berlin. Discover savings on 2024 Silverado trucks with discounts over $9,000 or get low APR financing at 2.9% for 72 months. Check out these savings on SUVs, 1.9% APR and no payment for 90 days. Details online at igburton.com or any IG Burton Chevrolet location in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Get more for your tax money with Red Tag Savings, 40 to 75% off. Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Get your tickets while you can and get them for cheaper if you can. The second annual Oceans Calling Festival has released their long list of performers.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us the names that will be on that big stage and a tip that could save you money.
For Ocean City local Allie Burlingham, the big names booked for Oceans Calling strike the right note.
The Dave Matthews Band, and I would love to see them. That would be cool.
The music festival released this year's long list of performers, including headliners Blink-182, The Killers, and the Dave Matthews Band. Last year, 50,000 people showed up for all the supersonic fun. This year, though, tickets are more expensive. A 3-day general admission ticket will cost you $319 before taxes. Burlingham says that feels like a lot.
I know that people brought their families and everything, and I don't know if it, with the children, if they had to pay. But, for families, that's probably expensive.
The price hike doesn't seem to be keeping people away, though. A manager of a motel in downtown Ocean City says all their rooms are already sold out during this year's festival. Robert Geiger, a bartender in Ocean City, says he expects big crowds and big sales.
Around the area, it's definitely going to bring a lot of business in, especially more so downtown for downtown bars, restaurants.
If you're someone who does want to go but is sweating the price, you could save $20 with a newly posted sale on the Oceans Calling website. But act fast, 3-day general admission tickets are already sold out, and single day are going fast.
By the time the Oceans Calling Festival comes around, just about every parking lot behind me will be filled with partygoers. I'm Kevin Zappe in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
And that's going to bring us right into our Coast TV poll tonight, because what we want to know is what improvements would you like to see this year at Ocean Calling?
Let's look at the results here, Charlie. Looking at the screen, here's our updated results from the last news hour. The majority still say enhanced security. That's at 35%, though these results are fluctuating a bit here.
Yeah, and if you want to get involved in this, go vote. Easy to do. CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
Meanwhile, the Firefly Music Festival is not coming back in 2024. After 10 years in the Woodlands in Dover, the event did not return in 2023. Firefly announced the news on its Facebook page. Organizers say they look forward to returning someday when the timing is right.
Watching out for a soggy Saturday, that will likely be the case. And if you want to get your information via the phone, call our phone line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by Baird, Mandelis, Brogstead, and Federico.
Window World of Delmarva, quality and price that can't be beat. Get premium vinyl insulated siding for only $298.35 per month.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate.
I went to bed one night and I woke up. It was just a bunch of people around me looking down at me. That's the moment I died.
He was in cardiogenic shock, he was in septic shock, he was in respiratory failure, and we were eventually able to get his pulse back.
Bay Health never gave up on me. They're my heroes. I don't think there's even a way you can repay somebody that saves your life, other than the biggest thank you I can think of.
Get your camera ready to snap QR codes that reveal big savings during Toyota's President's Event, where special low APR financing can mean thousands in savings on a growing number of in-stock trucks, including half-ton Tundras with 4.99% APR, or off-road ready Tacomas with low 3.99% APR. Visit buyatoyota.com to find President's Event deals on your favorite vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
At Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this.
There's so much winning. Even when they lose, it's fun.
Thursday at 7 on Coast TV. Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. Our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
Window World of Delmarva, quality and price that can't be beat. Get a 10-window package for only $121.81 per month.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Remember, first to call, first to install.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Download the DSN app today, driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Beautiful clear skies, but temperatures tumbling into the 30s and feeling like the 20s. That's what we'll have for tomorrow morning. By the way, take the opportunity to go ahead and scan the QR code in the corner of your screen so you can keep up with our chances of rain, which will kick back in, spoiler alert, for this weekend. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, to be more exact about it. Our Dry Tech camera in Ocean City, we're at 42 degrees. The winds out of the west, 7 miles per hour. Now we'll settle into the mid-30s by the time we get to 10 o'clock, and we'll see a few more clouds kind of just scurry its way into the picture, but not really making a dramatic impact. Now our Tyndall camera right now moving out of the west, we have 7 mile per hour winds there, but we're holding at 42 degrees in Ocean City. Dew point's at about 20, so relatively stable air mass, but we're going to see the temperatures drop to about 38 degrees by 9 o'clock. Today's low, 33 degrees in Georgetown, 36 in Ocean City, and 34 in Salisbury. Actually, pretty close to the norm for this time of the year. It just felt uncomfortable because we were so unusually warm prior to the cold air kicking in. Live radar is clear, and we do see a small craft advisory active force in Ocean City down towards Chincoteague and the most southern portions of the Delmarva Peninsula. But notice the temperatures are in the 40s generally everywhere, with a few exceptions, that being 39 in Milton and 38 right now in Ocean Pines. But we are colder than yesterday everywhere you look. 18 degrees colder than we were just 24 hours ago in Georgetown and Salisbury, and 16 for us in Ocean City. So although, admittedly, I just told you our low this morning was the norm, but look how dramatic it changed from just yesterday, which is why it felt so cold to you and I, because I'm not insulated from the effects of the weather myself either. So Friday morning, we start off near freezing. Once again, another cold morning, at least for Friday. But hold on, spring feel is going to kick back in by the afternoon. We'll have temperatures in the 40s, but the winds coming out of the southeast, grabbing a little moisture off the water and shooting in our direction will help us feel that much warmer because the moisture content in the atmosphere will be higher. But the trade-off is this, that extra moisture is going to set us up for a chance of rain on Saturday. And Saturday afternoon around lunchtime, maybe even a little thunderstorm popping up between Long Neck and Bethany Beach right around lunchtime, but then it clears out by 3:30. So we're not going to even wash out all of Saturday, just a part of it. And the amount of rain, not all that big a deal. We're talking about maybe a third of an inch of rain, and that should just about be it. So if you're going to be out doing some small business shopping, remember, Saturday's going to be a rainy day, but Sunday will clear out and we'll have temperatures in the 60s. And you'll notice that Saturday is going to be, you know, that morning, afternoon, Saturday rain, that's going to happen along the entire coast, Ocean City, Fenwick Island. That's also inclusive of places of Lewis as well as Rehoboth Beach. So as we round out the forecast for tonight, 26, so we're serving up another cold one. 50 for tomorrow as we thaw out a bit, and 57 on Saturday. But remember the rain. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast.
Thank you, Paul. New in Ocean City today, it's a game many of us grew up watching and still watch to this day. We are talking Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune! And right now, the game is in Ocean City. You can hear Paul there live in Ocean City. That's where we find Coast TV and Coast Life's Paige Marley. Paige, people are hoping to solve prizes and solve puzzles, rather, and win money.
For sure, Charlie. I mean, hasn't this just been a dream for all of us growing up, being able to play the Wheel of Fortune? So right now, I am at the Roland E. Powell Convention Center, and I really want you to take a look behind me. There it is. It is the famous wheel for Wheel of Fortune, and people are just now beginning to trickle in. They are all really, really hopeful they get to be the ones to spin this wheel this evening. But I do have a catch for you, okay? No one coming knows just yet if they will be the ones that get to spin that wheel. That is because they will be chosen very randomly from the audience, and that's what makes this so exciting. All the anticipation, all the excitement. There are some really great prizes on the line as well. You can win trips to Paris or Hawaii. You can even win thousands of dollars. And that is why we are so happy that Coast TV is sponsoring this incredible event. Someone on Delmarva is going home with some really great prizes tonight. Now, if you're feeling a little jealous, I'm jealous, I don't get to spin that wheel, don't you worry, there are some ways you can keep up. So tomorrow on Coast Life at 4 o'clock, okay, we're going to have a highlight reel of sorts so you can see what happened here. And of course, don't forget, every weekday evening on Coast TV, you can watch the Wheel of Fortune and play from your living room. For right now, though, in Ocean City, I'm Paige Marley, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Paige. Slow your boat in Ocean City right now because right whales have been detected. NOAA urging either that you avoid designated areas east of Ocean City altogether or reduce your speed to 10 knots or less. The slow zone has now been extended through March 15th from the original January 30th.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
4 Henlopen teams are still in the hunt for the Delaware Boys Basketball State Championship in the second round tonight. Number 7 seed Seaford takes on number 10 St. George's Tech. The Blue Jays had an 18-3 regular season run and a Henlopen Championship appearance, earning them a bye in the first round of the tournament. Kashmir Wise is a sharp 3-point shooter and Seaford's leading scorer. While upstate team St. George's Tech defeated Glasgow by 12 points to move on to this round. We'll have highlights of this matchup on the final score at 11 p.m. To college basketball, the Delaware men going for their 10th conference win as they face Northeastern tonight. The Blue Hens are aiming to end a 2-game skid and improve to 18-12 overall. On the other side, the Huskies are entering after back-to-back wins in the conference, and they sit at 12-7 on the season. Watch this matchup live on DSN at 7 p.m. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, a mom moment with my friend Lala Anthony. I'm a crazy person. Wait, you said what? Huh? What's going on? Then a Broadway performance from The Wiz.
Friday at 2 on Coast TV.
Congratulations to everyone at Coastal Bath Company, the #1 Bath Planet affiliate in the Northeast U.S. and winner of the National Best of the Best Award for customer satisfaction. We chose Coastal Bath, a family business in Delaware, without telling anyone at the company, based on years of fantastic customer reviews. If you want a new bathroom in one day that will be stunning, safe, and easy to clean, reach out to coastalbaths.com or call for a free estimate. Ask about their great financing offers right now. Coastal Bath Company, simply the best of the best.
Take your seat for the 8th Annual Ocean City Film Festival, March 7th through 10th. Enjoy 100 independent films and meet the people who made them. We're welcoming the legendary John Waters, live on stage with his Hairspray movie at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center on March 9th. Tickets start at just $59. Come on down and stay in an oceanfront hotel room starting at only $89 per night. Discover how to fest and get your passes at ocndfilmfestival.com.
Get live satellite and radar. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Next Jeopardy on the Tournament of Champions. You never know where the game will take you.
All you can do is buzz your heart out.
Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Since its sellout in London's West End, the Simon & Garfunkel story is now the world's leading theater show.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
A moving and powerful concert featuring all the hits, such as Scarborough Fair, Homeward Bound, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Mrs. Robinson. The Simon & Garfunkel story is a show not to be missed.
March 18th at the Performing Arts Center. Get your tickets now at ococean.com/pack.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Enjoy the clear skies. Just dress for the cold. We'll drop down to 36 as early as 9 o'clock. A few scattered clouds by 10 o'clock. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Rain for us Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, but not even all of Saturday. So enjoy your weekend and enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Paul. We will. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
We're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.